So it turns out fairy tales are all lies. The real story completely ruins childhood. The big bad wolf never ate Little Red Riding Hood, because Little Red was actually the one wearing wolf's skin. Late at night, the big bad wolf greeted a nanny, who was about to tell a bedtime story to a child. Curious, the wolf picked up the storybook and flipped through it. After reading a few pages, he said, "This isn't the real Little Red Riding Hood at all." So, the big bad wolf began telling the nanny the true story. Long ago, the wolf had two nephews. One day, they saw Little Red picking flowers. They hadn't eaten meat for days, so they planned to eat her, but the big bad wolf stopped them. Though the nephews were unwilling, they had no choice but to listen to their uncle. Little Red safely picked a basket full of flowers and went to town to sell them. Before long, she sold them all. Then she decided to deposit the money in the bank. She handed the money to a pig, who pulled out a piggy bank, which served as Little Red's account. Soon, Little Red opened her own flower shop, and her savings kept growing. Meanwhile, the wolf's nephews had grown up, and he could no longer control them. One day, the nephews went to Little Red's grandmother's house. They ate the old woman whole, but even that wasn't enough to fill their stomachs. When Little Red returned home, she found a wolf wearing her grandmother's clothes and sitting on the couch. She immediately realized her grandmother was dead. The hungry wolf drove her into a corner, ready to swallow her in one bite, but Little Red pulled out a gun and shot him dead. That was how one of the big bad wolf's nephews died. A few days later, the big bad wolf ran into Little Red again. He noticed something had changed about her. She was no longer wearing that red hood, but a coat made of wolf fur. It terrified him. That was the real story of Little Red Riding Hood. After hearing it, the nanny was stunned. Curious, she asked, "What about your other nephew?" At that moment, the big bad wolf began to tell her another story.